Okay, we're live. We're live. We're live. So we have got. Was that? Yes, we've got it. We've got some breaking news for nominating for the nominating committee. Um, so we'll hopefully get some more information shortly. All right, we're getting some news, kind of the background of what was happening and why they were meeting, and going over the parliamentary procedures for this. You could probably hear them in the background. So this is, this is kind of the work that we do as a church. They come together and they get all of these things together, and then it takes time. So they've been at it for a few hours, and we've been waiting for a future, a report to come back. And so now we have a preliminary report that's coming. And if you've been waiting as long as we have, it is here. It is 8:50. So we're ready to share some information with you shortly. So just bear with us. Okay, there was a vote on one name. All right, so the secretary is going to share that information. No, this way, this way, this way. So the incumbent name has been brought back from the nominating committee, Elder Ted Wilson, to be the president for the next 3 years. And so that's the name that has come out of the nominating committee at this time. And it's just one name tonight. Apparently, they've deliberated for hours for this one name, and they're moving forward with the vote. It's interesting that the time that they took, they deliberated quite some time on this, and so they did it prayerfully. And so let's see what the delegates what their pleasure would be. So the votes are open, and the motion that's on the table is to elect or re-elect Ted Wilson as the president of the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. And so now that vote is on the table, and delegates are now using electronic voting to make their decision on what their pleasure is. So there's 840 some odd votes that have already been cast, and we should be getting the results very shortly, very quickly on this one. And there's 2 more minutes for them to vote, but I think we'll get the over 1,400 votes fairly quickly. So this is how we do things in the church. It's nominating committee brings a name. The name comes to the floor. The delegates come back and they place their vote if that's the name that they choose, or if they decide not to have that name, the name is voted down, and then the nominating committee goes back to deliberate, or a name can come to them from the floor. So there's 1,470 plus votes that have already been cast, so they'll be closing the ballots fairly. It's exciting, we're living in exciting times to see how the church works, and some people will be happy, some people will not be happy, but Once again, we must remember that this is the Lord's work that we do. Okay, over 1,600 people have voted, and so there's less than a minute before they close. We're bringing you this breaking news at this time. Yes. The chairman is just speaking about allowing the Holy Spirit to move as we make decisions. So we should begin the results fairly quickly. I believe there's just a few seconds left, and then they're going to close the votes, and then we'll be able to tell you exactly what the numbers are. As you can also see them online if you're not able to view them online, but we'll be able to share that information with you. So there's just about 1,700 votes that have been placed. So they're going to give a little bit more time for just a few more votes that are in the queue. Those votes have already been put in there, but the internet is taking us a little time, so they're going to give a little bit more time for that to come forward. Okay, there are over 1,700 votes, as I mentioned before, and they're closing it. Okay, the results are coming, and the results are 1,804 yeses to 431 no's. So 74% says yes, and 25% says no. So we have our president for the next 3 years. It is the incumbent, Elder Ted Wilson. So thank you for joining us. We'll talk more on tomorrow. We will get more information to you. So we want to, continue to pray for, as he's speaking, we want to pray for Elder Wilson and his wife as they go into this new next term. Even though it is a short one, we'll continue to lift him up in prayer that God will lead, because it is not easy, the work that is being done. But we trust that God is doing what he needs to do in these times that we're living in. Hey, thank you for joining us. We will give you more information on tomorrow as they will continue with a little bit more business this evening. We'll have that information for you on tomorrow. So God bless. Once again, just the breaking news that we have is that Elder Ted Wilson has been re-voted, re-nominated, and also re-elected as president for the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Hey, thank you for joining us at TexTalk. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about what's happening around the session.